Today, we're gonna compare 6 hyper carry meta heroes' jungle clear speed to test out which one is the fastest and which one you should use.
Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit with you. Just the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit.
Yo guys, how's everyone doing? This is your guy AssassinDave and welcome to the fam again. Before we get started guys, I know more than half of y'all beautiful sex people watching have yet to join the coolest, greatest, baddest family in the world of Mobile Legends. If you enjoy the content, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn the bell on to all notification bells. I upload videos on a daily basis to keep you guys entertained and informed. And if you like to watch me in real life sharing some incredible mukbang experience or learn some great tips guides for League Legends Wall Rift, make sure to subscribe to my new mukbang channel, Dave and CC, and the new Wall Rift YouTube channel, the AssassinDave Experience, with the links in description. Love you guys. Without further ado, let's get into the video. First, I want to set some ground rules for this comparison, okay? Number one, we're assuming that no one is getting any assistance from the team, so you are clearing the jungle completely on your own. Number two, our test route starts with a blue buff, and then we'll move to clear the entire red side jungle, and then finish with a gold crab on the bottom side. The purpose of this test is to see who has the best early jungle clears, because this might dictate how fast you can reach level 4 ahead of your opponent, which then determines how swiftly you can gank and provide pressure across the map. Granger is generally a pokes marksman that is actually really good in the meta, especially into a lot of other marksmen who like to jungle. This way you can poke them before the teamfight even started, and then when enemies are low, you can then take objectives, take towers. Overall, if you are farmed, you can end the teamfight before it gets started as a hyper carry marksman. So it's a really good option. I highly recommend you try it. Next up, we have Bruno. Bruno probably has one of the best jungle clears among all the marksmen thanks to his skill 1. You can activate the second ball right after you send out your first enhanced ball to constantly clear with a double ball mechanic. Bruno has lots of burst damage throughout the early to late game, and his ultimate is one of the most annoying skills to deal with since it forces enemy to break apart. If they don't do it, well, that's just too bad for them because they will most likely be demolished very quickly by your auto attacks. Just make sure you constantly clear with the double ball mechanics and leverage your skill 2 to gap close and then get to the next monster faster. In fact, if you can see from this test, Bruno will actually end up clearing the entire jungle just a little bit over 1 minute, a lot faster than Granger and a lot more mobile in my opinion. Then we have Xin. You will see from this test that it took a while to clear the entire jungle, but Xin generally requires a teammate to help him out to clear in the early game. This way, your ally can take the aggro for the jungle creep, so they will stand still while you keep on switching back and forth on your passive. I'm sure there are some details that you could have done better with Xin to clear just like, 1 second or 2 seconds faster, but it won't change the fact that he's actually one of the slow jungle clear in today's test. The conclusion is Xin needs help, but if you are able to help him in the early game and let him snowball with 1 or 2 kills, you will be handsomely rewarded. His snowball potential is insane, and his melee and range swap mechanic is just so fun to play around. And unlike Granger or some other assassins, Xin can actually do objective largely on his own, which makes him one of the best jungle options in the game right now. Roger has always been on the center stage in the competitive scene, in pro scene, and in your daily games. This champ is fun, it's cool, and most importantly, it's just so satisfying to watch him run towards a low HP enemy and eat that guy alive. I mean, it's kinda sad being on the other side of the equation, but we don't really care about the victims, we love the Wolfman. His jungle clear is top-notch among all the marksmen, and Roger, similar to Xin, is more considered a mobile fighter who can also sub-function like a marksman. Besides the fact that it only took 1 minute and 7 seconds to finish the whole jungle clear without any leash in our test today, the thing about playing Roger is you don't have to worry about being focused on compared to playing other marksmen. Roger's mobility is one of the best in the game, and definitely our top list of hyper carry heroes in Mobile Legends. After many iterations of buff and nerfs, Ling still remains one of the most viable solo carry champions in the game. The thing about this hero is his ridiculous wall hopping mechanic. The downside of Ling is he simply doesn't do any damage at all in early to mid game. In fact, if Ling goes to solo a Mia at level 4, the chances are a good Mia will win with good positioning and kiting. But this doesn't stop Ling from clearing jungle with a decent speed. If not invaded, Ling can solo clear the jungle in just 1 minute and 11 seconds. Remember, this is only a test. Real game situation rarely goes like this. A support can invade a jungle unpunished. For example, to beat a Boxia or a Grok as Ling at level 1 is just impossible. I mean, if your team doesn't do anything to help you, I recommend you just give up your jungle as Ling and go straight to lane and soak up minion waves and farm from there until enough time passes by for you to finally fly around and squeeze out more farm to start your Ling farming machine. Surprisingly, Hayabusa yielded the same result today as Ling on jungle clear speed, just on top of that 1 minute 11 second mark. But truthfully speaking, Hayabusa does much more damage to an out of position squishy than Ling does. And since you are not that buff hungry for your skills, it's much easier for Hayabusa to give up jungle and go straight to minion waves if being harassed. Not to mention that Hayabusa's ultimate makes him invulnerable, so you can always use your ult plus skill 2 combination to shove minion wave and jump to a safe position. I do recommend banning out heroes like Natalia though, because she will bring you pain if you play assassins other than Saber and Karrie. Hayabusa late game is also very scary. Most of the time, he just dash in and use all attack to one-shot a squishy without a need to ever touch ultimate or skill 1. Hayabusa has been one of my personal favorite for a while now, and I hope you guys like him too. Now, let's talk about the unconventional pick Hanzo. Hanzo is and always will be my personal favorite because of the Lesson Silicon reference from his ultimate. And excitingly, Hanzo actually came out as #1 fastest jungle clear hero in our today's list, being one of the only 2 heroes that can clear the entire forest under 1 minute. And I will continue to make more in-depth guide in the future so you can bring out the true potential of this assassin. So stay tuned, and just one more reason to like, subscribe, and turn that bell on to all notification bells. And when you're jungle clearing with Hanzo, you gotta try your best to maximize your efficiency, using retreat on one small camp while saving your skill 1 for another, but preferably using those skills as fast as come off cooldown. Once you master the art of the assassin, he will definitely bring you a lot of fun in solo queue. Next up, we have Karrie. Another very popular jungle hero choice, especially when enemy team comp involves a lot of tanky heroes. Karrie is actually the fastest jungle clearer among all the marksmen we tested today, some of which are not even showing in this video. This is largely due to her skill 1 and her passive. Even though her jungle clear might be a few seconds faster than the other jungle options, her attack range is actually quite small compared to some of her counterparts. You can much easily poke out a Karrie in a teamfight with champions like Hanzo, Farsa, and so on. But if Karrie gets some snowball, it might be the scariest thing in this game yet. Everything will just melt like ice cream in a hot summer day, and it's very difficult to chase her down thanks to her almost Hereth-like unlimited dashes on the battlefield. Last but not the least, I want to do an honorable mention to one of my personal favorites, Saber. Saber actually comes out as #2 fastest jungle clearer in today's test. Ever since the revamp, Saber has found a new way to clear out the jungle faster than lightning. And unlike assassins like Ling, Hayabusa, and so on, Saber is actually useful at level 4. If you combo right, he is literally the most straightforward one-shot king in the game. A straight counter to enemy picks like Ling, Hayabusa, Natalia, Claude, Bruno, Karrie, you name it, Saber can nail it. The only thing about Saber is his damage only scales to a certain point, because he does rely on that one-shot combo to do the majority of his damage. So make sure to play Saber with a trusty ally. That will be it for us today. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, subscribe, turn the bell on, and share the video with your friend. With that, I will see you guys in the comment section. AssassinDave signing off. See you guys next time. Bye now.
Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit with you, just the thrill of it.